So last night on the channel I uploaded a poll to the community tab on my YouTube channel. Thank you all for voting, by the way. I think I'm going to start regularly doing that so then you guys can pick what video I upload the following day. So today we're going to be ranking every single companion in Fallout 4 because that's what you guys voted for. I'm not going to do the whole tier system thing that most YouTubers do. I think it's kind of overdone by now, so we're just going to literally type 1 to 16 on the screen, and then we're just going to write the companion's name next to which slot they kind of go in. So 1 is the best, 16 is the worst. Let's get into it. Okay, so obviously this is just going to be like a little bit of fun, just kind of a chilled back video compared to what I normally do. I do want to warn you guys right now, I have some very controversial opinions about the companions in Fallout 4, so, you know, don't hate me, it's just my opinion. Whatever, let's just get into it. Alright, so number 1, I think it's pretty much expected, it's Dogmeat. I love Dogmeat, he's the goodest, cutest boy. And he doesn't pester me with quests or moan about me picking up junk that I use to literally build companions' houses, but whatever. I love him, he's cute, he's adorable, I always have him with me thanks to the Everyone's Best Friend mod, which allows you to take Dogmeat with you if you have another companion already with you. So yeah, there you go, number 1, I love Dogmeat. Alright, so number 2, again, kind of expected, everyone loves him, it's Nick Valentine. I absolutely love Nick. I genuinely think the writing of this character was amazing. I would actually go as far as to say he's at least a top 3 Fallout character for me, not just a top 3 Fallout 4 character, no, a top 3 Fallout character, like, ever. I love his whole aesthetic. I love old noir detective movies too, so that's just a massive boost for me, that I love his vibe, I love investigating quests and the lore with him. Actually, one of my top complaints of Fallout 4 was that I wish there was more detective case quests. So yeah, I love Nick, he's my little tin can. Let's go next. Alright, and this is where things may get a little bit controversial. At third place, I'm gonna have to go with Piper. Okay, hear me out, I know a lot of people don't really enjoy Piper, like they don't hate her, but she's not necessarily a favourite. Well, I absolutely loved this character as soon as I met her, and okay, the reason's gonna sound kind of weird. One of the reasons being is because I'm a massive fan of an actress called Krysten Ritter, particularly in Jessica Jones and Breaking Bad. Well, if you've seen Jessica Jones and Breaking Bad, Piper is literally just Jessica Jones with slightly less anger and drinking problems. Honestly, I've said it since the day Fallout 4 released that Krysten Ritter could play Piper in a Fallout 4 movie or series. Anyway, I love Piper, she's the companion I always romance, she's great, I just love her, so yeah, she's a top 3 for me. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so number 4, I'm gonna have to give it to my boy Deacon. Now, I am gonna rant here a little bit, so excuse me for that. I absolutely love Deacon, and I know a lot of people will be kind of surprised, I guess, to see him so high on the list, but the thing is, and this is definitely controversial, but I love the Railroad. Now, I can understand fully why people dislike them, and I agree with a lot of the criticisms that they get, but when I first played Fallout 4, you're kind of learning about the simps and how they don't realise they're simps and whatnot, and I kind of felt bad for them, because, you know, they do have feelings and emotions and they thought they were human. And I got like really far into the storyline before I even met the Railroad, so I felt kind of alone in that sense. I was just wandering around like, well, the Brotherhood hates simps, the Minutemen don't really care, and I was a little bit like, is Bethesda really not gonna get into, you know, that side of things? And then I met the Railroad, and I was so happy to find NPCs that agreed with what I was kind of thinking throughout my playthrough, so I immediately liked them, which means I immediately liked Deacon and the Railroad, and I think because of that, Deacon kind of has a special place in my heart. Okay, this video is going to end up being like an hour long if I don't stop ranting, so we're going to have to go through this a little bit faster, excuse me for that. At number 5 we have Kate. When I first met her, she was a little weird, and I didn't really like her character, but nonetheless I kept playing with her because I wanted to max out affinity with every companion. And, well, once you unlock and kind of learn her backstory, I felt so awful for her. Like, I just wanted to jump into the game and hug her, man. Like, it's so deep, the shit she went through, and her personal quest is so fucking good, especially the first time you play it. Okay, so for number 6, this is definitely going to be controversial, but I'm going to have to give it to Preston. Now, I know, he's annoying, and yes, he is, but I'm trying to look at this kind of through a lore perspective. Like, he's a good guy, he puts himself on the line to help random settlers until he meets you and then he just makes you do it, but anyway. He's trying to completely rebuild the Minutemen and the Commonwealth. He's a decent guy, the Minutemen are my favourite faction, so I do use Preston a lot, particularly in my current playthrough. I also use a mod to kind of make him shut up and stop giving Radiant quests, and I've been using that mod since I found it years ago, so maybe that's why I find him less annoying, like maybe I just don't remember how irritating he was. But anyway, number 6, I'm gonna have to give it to Preston. Okay, so for number 7, we've got Mccready, kind of for the same reason as Kate. I love his backstory, it was super fun seeing him grow up after years of playing Fallout 3. So yeah, Mccready, number 7. Alright, so for number 8, it's going to be Codsworth. I did almost put him above Mccready, I was kind of tied between the two, but I used Mccready more, so you know. But anyway, Codsworth can say names, dude. I love that. I also love how much he cares about you and your family, about you and Sean, and how he comments on everything you do throughout the game through the main quest. I love Codsworth, he's cute. Whatever. Codsworth, number 8. Okay, so for number 9, it's gotta be Hancock, 100%. I couldn't put him any lower, dude. I love Hancock, he's great. I like his backstory too. Honestly, my only issue with Hancock is how him being a companion makes like zero sense to me. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad he is one because I really do love him and I use him a lot. But he apparently cares so much about Good Neighbor and then he just ups and leaves like 10 minutes after meeting you. Like, come on. Besides that, I love him. He's a great companion. Alright, so for number 10, and I know a lot of people are going to be a little bit surprised to see him above certain other companions, but I've got to give it to my boy Gage. I love Gage because I love doing evil playthroughs, and besides Strong, he's pretty much the only character that enjoys the evil shit. So I use him. Admittedly, probably more than most people do, but yeah, I love Gage, he's great. I think he's a really underrated companion. Alright, so at number 11, we have another DLC companion in Longfellow. Now, I don't actually use him a whole lot, but I kinda love his vibe and I really love his aesthetic. Plus, he comes with what, in my opinion, is the best Fallout 4 DLC in Far Harbor. Also, his outfit is badass too, so there's that. And I also just love his, like, dialogue exchanges. Alright, so at number 12 we have Strong. I don't really use him a whole lot, honestly, but he's kinda cool, I guess. I appreciate Bethesda giving us a super mutant companion. I never really have a reason to have Strong with me. Like, he doesn't really fit any of the playthroughs I do. I always go and get him and send him to a settlement and build him like a little hut. But besides that, I don't really use him a lot. So yeah, Strong at number 12. Okay, since everyone loves her, I know you're all probably screaming at me right now, wondering where Curie is, so here she is, at number 13. Okay, just hear me out, and this is what I meant when I said this is going to be controversial. I like Curie, I really do. I love her personal quest to turn her into a synth, I think it's awesome. I love her vibe, I love her aesthetic, like most other companions. The issue is, I can never be bothered to go and get her. The quest to actually unlock Curie is so long, and honestly, I find it really boring because probably because I've just done it so many times, but either way, I just find it boring. I still like her, I think she's a really good companion, but yeah, so I just barely ever use her. So, Curie at number 13. Okay, so now we're finally at the bottom 3. These companions I just outright don't like. Every companion until this point I literally love so much, but these last 3 I honestly just couldn't give a shit about, so let's just get straight to it. And I know I'm gonna get some hate for number 14, but here it is. Yeah, okay, so at number 14 we have Dance. Whatever, I don't like the Brotherhood. I've never really liked them in any Fallout game. They seem kinda evil and just selfish and big-headed to me. No offense to those who like them, that's fine, ad Victoriam, whatever. Another reason I don't like Dance is because he is a synth. Now, I don't actually care that he is a synth, it's just, when I first played that quest, I was genuinely shocked and I loved it. But the problem is, because of that, the Brotherhood has no companion for their faction now. They're the only faction without a companion in Fallout 4 now. Even if you spare his life, you can't use him around the Brotherhood, and no other companion in the game likes the Brotherhood. So if you want to do a Brotherhood of Stillrun, your only options is Dogmeat. So yeah, just don't judge me, I told you this would be controversial. I don't like the Brotherhood, I don't like Dance. And the second to last at number 15 is Aydah. Now I do actually like her. I think she's really sweet and kind of adorable. The reason I had to put her so low is because she doesn't have a like/dislike system. So her personality outside of the Automatron DLC, which lasts about 12 minutes. Okay, well it lasts a few hours, but it should have been longer. Anyway, it's really kind of bland and empty, which brings us to our 16th and final spot. Yeah, I know you all saw this coming. X688. I just... Ugh. Even with a like/dislike system, this dude is so fucking boring. Even doing an Evil Institute playthrough, this guy makes me want to shoot myself in the dick with a fat man just so then we'd have something to talk about. He's so incredibly bland and boring, he had to go to the bottom of the list. I outright hate this companion. He's so shit. Like, the Institute companion should have been a whole lot better than a synth who basically just goes, yes sir, no sir. Like, come on, dude. Well guys, that does pretty much do it. This is my longest video on the channel right now, I believe, so that's something, I guess. Look, I'm not expecting this video to do well, it's just a bit of fun for my regular viewers and I. Either way, I hope that you did enjoy it. If you want to see more, let me know what I should rank next, because I honestly had a blast making this, so I wouldn't mind doing more. Also, let me know your ranking system for the Fallout 4 companions in the comments below. I'm actually really curious to see how they're different. If you are new around here, consider subscribing for more Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield content. With that said, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.